Hello, my name is Tediwashika, and we are talking about our inner child. Yeah, and inner teen, because why would we not? I mean, last week we talked about limiting beliefs. This week we're talking about our inner child and our inner teen, which is needed for us to explore our inner adult. Okay, I hope I'm cooking. Part 1, the damaged inner child and inner teen. Now, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, okay? This is something most of you have been neglecting, okay? You've been trying to be a grown up, you've trying to be tough, okay? You've been doing adult stuff because you think that you are an adult, but honestly speaking, you're a grown baby, okay? You're a grown baby with an ID. Wewe ni mtoto na kipande, okay? And I know that sounds so mean, and probably it is, but I can only tell you this in the most kindest way. In the kindest way, we have to heal that. We have to heal that part of ourselves so that we can actually be proper adults. Now, hopefully I'll put this on the screen. There's inner child, inner teen, and inner adult. And inner adult can't exist without inner child healing and inner teen healing, sorry. Now, what is an inner child? Inner child is the part of you that formed around when you're like 0 years to 10 years old, according to ChatGPT. Now, this is part where you are very naive, okay? Very childish, very, you are all about having fun. And then there is inner teen. Now, this is where puberty hits, okay? This is where you start having hormonal changes. If you're a girl, you know. If you're a boy, you know. Yeah, everyone knows what they went through. Okay, I'm using my phone. You'll have to forgive me if you hear weird sounds. And this is now where our identity shifts, okay? Our interests, our complicated versions of ourselves. This is where we learn to believe and protect ourselves socially, okay? This is where we have drama and all that. You know that, okay? You all know that. And now, this is actually interesting. ChatGPT says between 11 to 18, but I personally believe it's 11 to 19, 11 to 20, because, being 18 doesn't really mean that you're an adult. You're still growing and still becoming an adult, okay? You're blossoming, yeah? So, we have already talked about this, like, what are these? Now, we are going to highlight why this chapter is called the damaged inner child and inner teen. Now, this is the part where it might hurt you a bit, but I'm holding your hand, okay? I'm holding your hand. You as a child experience so many bad things. I will use myself as an example. As a child, I had to grow up very fast. I wasn't given the opportunity to be a child, because being a child was, how was I told, act like a grown-up, act like your age. But I was like 10 when I was told to act my age. I have to be the bigger person. I have to forgive and forget, okay? People hurt you and go. These are things that I was taught at that young age. I believe these are valuable lessons, but they're not really easy to learn when you're like 6 years old. They're not. And it's painful, okay? And then after that, I entered my teen years with that mindset of people are terrible and evil. By the way, as a child, I hated adults. And when around 12, I remember I wanted not to live long. I wanted to, when I was 30, but now I appreciate life and I want to, at 30, and to live long enough. And I hated my life. I hated everything. And I was so, I hated every part of my being. Okay, I was trained to hate myself and I hated myself. So around last days when I started rekindling with my inner child, my inner teen, and mostly my inner teen is recently. It's a recent habit I have entered into. Okay, so the inner child was very hateful towards me. Okay, she hated me. She hated everything I did because she believed that she had to be perfect. She had to do everything. So when I failed, I felt bad. I felt evil, right? And it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy to change all that, but we're going to be talking about how to heal both of them. Okay, and it hated everything. So changing from hating, I had to cry a lot, even though I grew up being told you're a crybaby. Fun fact, I used to be beaten a lot when I was small. So like I used to be beaten a lot, and normally you just become tough. I am still soft, but I do have a mark. It's fading though, like from a lot of whooping from school. And you hating yourself right now, it's not your fault. You are programmed to hate yourself. Okay, you are programmed. You did nothing wrong. Did they hurt you? Did they do terrible things to you? Trust me, I also know what it feels like. You hate everything. Like you feel like it's not okay to exist. Okay, and I hated myself, and I'm grateful for the friends I got at that age, at teenhood, because if I didn't get those friends, I think I wouldn't have been here telling you this. Okay, and it's always important to understand that this confronting this in broken child, broken teen. I remember I remember having an image of like a photo of me as a small girl, and I was like, you are too small to go, you are too young to experience what you experienced. You hadn't fully developed to see things that you saw and experienced what you experienced. You didn't really require all that suffering. Okay, so it's okay. It's okay that you went all through that, but I want you to know that it's totally fine now, because at least now you know you are programmed to hate yourself. And if you are not convinced, write down what the heck your sin is. And if it's linked to someone else, it's not your sin. It's not your sin. And you write why they said it was your sin. Like write it, write it. You're gonna cry. It's gonna be very uncomfortable, but you have to face it so that you can become the best version of you. Let's get part two. Part two: how to heal both your inner child and inner teen. And this is gonna be fun. Okay, at first it's not. It's very uncomfortable. Like, whew, very uncomfortable. But once you get a hang of it, you will love it. You will love healing. Yeah, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I healed. And I'm like, yes, you did. You did heal. Okay. So in part two, we are going to talk about first, number one, reparenting yourself. Now, reparenting yourself, imagine this. Imagine this, okay? They imagine a small version of you. Now, if you have, I learned that not everyone has the ability to see or hear or talk to themselves or visualize themselves. Take a photo of yourself. Go get a photo of your little you or teen you, okay? Look at it and tell it, I'm sorry that so and so didn't take care of you. I'm sorry that society had to do all this to you. And I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. But now I understand it wasn't your fault. It was their fault. I say it with a lot of passion. Their fault. So when you look at it, you're going to assume they're like a baby. Now if you have the ability to visualize, imagine you're holding yourself, holding little version of you. And if you can if you have the ability to like speak to yourself, imagine having a conversation with the little self. And this is why I encourage meditation. We're gonna lock in for like 10 minutes or 5, even 1 minute. Okay, close your eyes and stay in silence and talk. And you're not going to be listening to the other voice. We said Stacy is not gonna be entering our zone. That's the name of my negative voice. Okay, this one we're talking to little so and so. So we're gonna be talking to little Teddy, and you're gonna be saying, I'm sorry. You're apologizing. Okay, You're gonna be telling it how sorry you are that you weren't there, and you're just apologizing that it took you this long to heal. Okay, and if you're a teenager, this is actually so good for you, but the amount of tears you're gonna cry, there is so much, but you'll feel a form of satisfaction knowing that the little you that was hurt has now the chance to thrive. Okay, and now when it comes to reparenting, imagine you as the parent of your little self, parent of teen you. Do things that you always wanted to do things that you enjoyed doing. Okay, these are things I have done that really makes me connect with my inner child and inner teen. Number one, listening to songs that I loved when I was small. I love music, but when I was small, it was my jam. When I grew up, I kind of lost my voice. I was unable to sing for a long time because I didn't have the passion and love for music, even though I love music. So I listened to like all songs. I read all books. I watched all the movies. Girl, I have watched Mulan I don't know how many times. And it's not like Mulan's live action. No. Mulan, the like the animation, right? Inner teen me I loved anime. I watched anime. I still do actually. And inner child me loved going out to like bouncy castles. I do that. Child me loved going to like museums and national parks. I go to national parks and museums because I know that's what the little me will have, and I'm nourishing her. Okay, making her happy. Yeah, what you gonna do? Huh? Sue me? You'll not sue me for trying to make myself happy. Another thing I did was took my laptop and wrote down every dream I had was small, even if it sounds unrealistic. It is. If someone else did it, I can. Y'all will tell me anything, okay? So we're gonna be writing down all our dreams, our goals. If you wanted to be a model, write. Even though maybe something happened that prevents you from, you can still be a model. You can be a hand model, a face model, a hair model, any form of model. I am short, so I can't be a runway model. But you know what I can be? A commercial model. So I wrote it down. I was like, I'm what? Little me wanted to be a model. Little me wanted to do food vlogging, and I still do want to do flow. I have never actually let go of that nanny dream. It's just I'm a bit camera shy. Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink. Something else little me loved is I wanted to be a princess. Write it down. You can make your birthday princess themed. You can do whatever, and you don't need a lot of money for all this, by the way. You can do it with like as low as 500 shillings to like have the best day of your life. You can save up from like today up to the end of the year, and you'll have whatever birthday you want to have. Depends when you were born. For me, I'm a December baby. There's so many activities you can do with yourself, with people, and this is where I want to emphasize, embrace solo dates. Okay, this is now where we connect with adult selves. Okay, this is where actually we learn about things that we like, new things, not old things, new things. The old things, new things that we might like. I realized like recently I might have a thing about tea. So last year I dedicated my time to learning about different types of tea. Okay, I realized I liked hiking, but that's something I also liked when I was a child. So I went hiking once. It was mountain climbing, and as an adult I did, but that's a very unfortunate story. But it's another thing. Okay, and yeah, these are like the steps I need you to do. I wish I had other things you could like do to connect the inner child, but I will emphasize doing activities, journaling. Also, like you can write journaling. Even I don't know why I haven't highlighted that. You can journal and write letters to your past self. Dear 15-year-old me, dear 16-year-old me, dear 10-year-old me, dear 5-year-old me, and even how it actually helps you heal too. Okay, so yeah, thank you for this episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, and I hope you have like a great day. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing for the next episode. Uh-huh. Oh, wait. I do. We're gonna be talking about giving yourself a break. One step at a time. Yeah, because I know you aren't giving yourself a break. I know you. I know you. So stick around and wait for that episode. That will be the third episode of the month. Oh my gosh, we are hitting goals, babes. You are hitting goals. I wanted to do 4 episodes, and it looks like I'm gonna do 4 episodes. So love you. I hope you have a great day. Go drink some water. I know you didn't drink water. And yeah, and then I think after that we'll do something about physical appearance, because we've been talking a lot about psyche. It's time for the physical appearance section to enter. Maybe it will be the 4th episode. Who knows? Cheers.